So I'm going to start this video by saying never forget where you're coming from and don't buy the hands that feed you. So a few years ago I have some animals trying to sell them, and I'm going all over trying to get a sale and couldn't get a sale, and one person decided that he's going to take the animals from me, and he purchased the animal, and ever since we started doing some business. But recently this person fall into a little dilemma, and I almost turned my back on this person. One thing about me, I am not going to act or say things to make myself look good. If I am wrong, I am wrong. I almost turned my back on this brother. I'm not perfect. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we have to correct ourselves and say, no, this is not the right thing to do. Remember where you're coming from. So for you to get the full understanding of what I am trying to say, please just listen to this entire video. So in 2009 is when I started raising some pigs, and things wasn't really working out so well. Trying to get an order is like one of the hardest thing, because you can get a lot of people who is willing to take the meat, but you cannot get a lot of people who is willing to pay. So if people are willing to take the meat from you but you're not getting the money, the business is going to collapse in no time, because that is how you will be able to keep building up the business, by selling, getting your money, and uplifting yourself. But if they're just taking meat and no money is coming in, you're not going anywhere. So I make a decision in that time, that's 2009, that I am going to stop raising animal for the time being. Let's do something else, and probably in the future you can start raise some more animals when you understand the business a little bit better. So that was a little long break. I did a lot of things in the meantime. So in around 2016 or 2017, somewhere right there, I started buying back some animals again, and then we came back to the same thing, trying to get good order. So I would have some people who I would give them the meat. I would wait for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They would give you, if they're supposed to give you $100,000, they will give you probably $20,000. The next time you go to visit them again, they will give you another $20,000. You ended up waiting for what, 3 months before you get the money. By the time you get the money, you're almost out of business, because you want that money to buy feed, you need that money to buy more animals so you can get young animals. And sometimes we have $700,000 out there in animals alone, but when you get the money, it seems as if you get $50,000, because when this person is supposed to give you $100,000, and each time they're giving you $20,000, you have to use that $20,000, buy a little gas, buy a little food. So because you're not getting the money in a lump sum, you don't really get the fullness of the money. It just seems as if someone is just paying you to survive. So you're not getting the money in where you can go back and invest again. So it messed you up a lot. So anyway, I saw this brother who do some jerking, and me and him started to talk, and I explained to him that I raise animals and stuff. He said he deal with chicken and pork and stuff like that. So anyway, he take my number, and he called me one day and said if I could carry some meat for him. So I carry some meat for him, and him pay on time and stuff like that. And we started doing business back and forth, and months turn into years, and for a good time we've been doing a lot of business. This brother buy a lot of animal from me. Sometimes I have like 10 pig in one pen. Him alone will buy them, even if he's not buying them one time, but him alone buy them. And sometimes him want chicken, I don't have no chicken, I would take it from someone, I would give it to him, and him support me a lot. So when I have my animal, I'm like not really worrying about where I'm going to sell it, because I know I am doing business with him, and because of that I'm able to buy more animals and stuff like that. But after a little time, he started not really paying on time again. So he started paying, taking a little longer than him normally say. If him tell you 7 days, it start turning into 2 weeks, and then but it's way better than the previous people that I used to work with. Even when he take longer to pay, it is still better than the previous people that I used to work with. So I realize now that he have a lot of children. The brother have around probably 6 children, so sometimes it's very hard to be supporting his children. And guess what happened? have so many children with different baby mother as well. So sometimes you make a little money, you have to send some money there, send some money there. But anyway, that's really not my business anyway. Like I said, he started taking longer to pay than when we originally started. So I have to tell him, brother, we cannot work like this, because this is the thing that I'm running from. I'm trying to work with people who, when I give them goods, even if it's 2 weeks, when they say 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks. I don't want them to tell me 3 weeks, and then when 3 weeks come, they'll tell me, give me 2 more weeks. Because when I go to buy feed, I cannot tell the people at the shop that. When I go to buy animal, I cannot tell them that. If I'm buying animal, I have to pay the money up live, cash, immediately. So in order for my business to continue, I have to be getting the money almost on time. If it's not even on time, but don't take it too far. If you said you're going to pay in 7 days, don't let it pass over 2 weeks. But you cannot be expecting to owe someone for over a month and expect for their business to continue. It won't continue. They will have to start using some different money to put into this business, and then probably the two business now get ruined. A lot of people get messed up in business just like that. So at one point I had to stop selling him meat, and then he called me and said, listen, let's do some serious business. And he started to buy meat from me again, and this time we tell you, we do business for a long time, and we're doing business well, meaning I am getting all my money, and I'm saying, yes, this is how I want to do business, because I see myself able to save a little thing and the business is able to uplift. But it would make no sense if I was just giving you meat and not getting the money. So he started throwing a little partner, because him explaining to me that where him live right now, he want to like build up the house and stuff like that. So he started throwing partner with this lady, and he had a good amount of hand into the partner. So what happened, Greens family? The worst thing that could ever happened. He wanted all of his draw close to the ending of the partner, and the lady that he was throwing the partner with lose her life. The lady die, and when the lady die, all hell break loose, because a lot of people were dishonest, started saying that they were supposed to get money, and I think the lady lived by herself. I'm not exactly sure, but someone had to come from overseas to come and try to rectify what was going on. And the person who come from overseas, I don't know if that person was a dishonest person, but the person was trying to say that some people she wanted to say that a lot of people get their draw already, and it was a lot of chaos. I am not the one who was talking back and forth to that lady. He was the one trying to get his money. He had around 4 hand in the partner, and each hand was over $100,000. At that point, he owed a lot of people money. Yeah, he owed a lot of people money, and he was trying to use that partner money to clear up all of his bills and stuff like that. So he had around, not much for me, he had probably around $100,000 for me, but he had around 200 and something thousand for a next person that he take meat from, and he could easily pay that person with just probably two hand of the partner, or even one hand of the partner. I think the partner, each hand was something like about 100 and probably 70 something $1,000. So for the lady to die, it put so much strain on his head, because now he owe me around 100,000. He owe next person around 200 and something thousand. Have 6 children to go to school. Have house thinking about. So much things on his head. So he explained to me that right now he's in a dilemma. He needs some help, and he would take some animals from me. He's not going to be able to pay me full for these animals, because he's going to have to use these animals to try to lift back his business, and he would pay me little by little. So I said, what, no problem. So I carry around $150,000 worth of meat and go and deliver to him. Around $150,000 worth of meat, and I deliver it to him. And he clean out the fridge, Greens family. You have to listen to this part. He clean out the fridge, and he put the meat inside of the fridge, and he don't remember to plug in back the deep freeze. So him leave the fridge unplugged. Him went home, and pig is one of the easiest animals to spoil, just like fish. He very easy to spoil. Him went home with the meat inside of the fridge. The next day when him come back, the meat is blue. Spoil. All the meat spoil. So him don't remember to plug it in the fridge because he's so caught up into thinking how he's going to have to pay back all this money. Children go. I'm talking like around in the September time, when all children need things to go back to school. So all the children is want to go back to school now, and all the mothers are calling in, telling him all the things that they need. And he had around 200 and something $1,000 for our next person. He's not really worried about me though, because I'm not really pressuring him. I understand the situation that is going on. But the next person for the 200 and something thousand, hey, sometimes 50, 60 missed call. And they really want them money, them serious. They don't care what you're going through, them want their money right now. So the brother is in a sticky situation. When the brother called me and said to me that the meat is spoiled, I said, what? The meat is spoiled? I had to take my car and drive all the way down to his business place and go and look inside of the fridge for myself. I couldn't just take it for word. And when I look, I realized that it's spoiled. I said, my. Butchering about, I think it was around 3 or 4 animals. I butcher them and carry them to this man, and the meat end up spoiling. And I'm telling you, at that moment, he's in around $500,000 debt right now. At that time, not now. He was in around $500,000 debt. And I drive out the evening, and I'm like, that man have $100,000 for me. Plus, me just give him $150,000 worth of meat. That's $250,000. Him have $500,000 for the next month. Him have $250,000 for the next month. Right now, I'm going to have to take this man to court or something. That's what I started to think. I started to think to myself that I'm going to take him to court because I need my money. That's what I was thinking at the exact moment. But while I'm driving home, I just start to remember. I'm just start to say, when I was struggling to get an order, I had, so many people who was willing to take the meat but not willing to pay. And because of that, I couldn't, rise in the business at all, because these people were not a real supporter of the business. They just take and don't pay. But this man helped you out a lot. In the early days, this man pay me on time, always paying me with extra. One day he's supposed to give me $90,000. I won't forget. He was supposed to give me $90,000, and he gave me around $95,000 by mistake. And I called him and said to him that you gave me $95,000. And that's something that happened to me so often. A lot of time people are supposed to give me $150,000. They give me $154,000, $153,000. A lot of people who support me by buying meat, they watch my videos as well, so they can attest to this. They make mistake a lot of time giving me money, overpaying me. I have never taken $1,000. No, I wouldn't sleep well to know that this person is supporting me, and I take $1,000 and say, oh, I catch them. No, I would catch myself. So I always call them and give them back their money. So I called him and I said, he give me $5,000 extra. And him said to me, buy a drinks with that, man. It's okay. It's a mistake, but buy a drinks with that. And he did that several times. He's supposed to give me $50,000. He gave me $52,000. I said, you give me $2,000 extra. He said, buy a drinks with that. All the time. So when I'm going home and I'm thinking, this brother is in a serious situation right now. Him owe me $250,000. Him owe that man $250,000. And he's not a person who is like trying to hide or anything. Once you call him answer his phone. Even though him knows him at fault and he know you're upset with him still answer him phone. Him still try to talk to you. And him still try to see how him can work it out. Some people owe you, and no matter how you call them, they're not answering their phone. If you see them, they will even see you and hide you because they don't want to pay up. But this man was willing to pay up. He never hid me before. Every time we go to visit him, always there. and even if me leave a message, he would call me back as soon as possible. So anyway, when I'm driving home, I'm like, this man have $250,000 for me, and he had $250,000 for someone else. How am I going to get my money? And then we just started to think, never bite the hand that feed you. This man used to help me out a lot when I had, so much animal piling up on animal, and I'm getting order, but I don't really want to sell to these people because these people will take the animal and don't pay. And then this man just, drop in the picture and started support the business the right way. And you know what happened? We just go home, we just call him back same time. We say, me know, say me leave your place in anger, but I am sorry about that. Listen, me know say you have a lot on your head right now, but I'm going to help you out of this situation. So you know what happened? We tell him that I'm going to give you some more animal again. He said, no, you can't take it, you cannot take it. I said, listen to me, I am going to give you some more animal again. I have other people that we can sell it to, We have so many different people we can sell it to. I say, I'm going to give you some more animal again. You're going to sell them, pay that person first before you start paying me. And we started to give him some more animal. Him didn't want to take it. But I said, listen to me. You fall down, bro, I'm going to help you to rise again. But just be strong. Don't give up so easily. It happened to a lot of us. Sometimes we're willing. We have a lot of problems to deal with. And if we could just get someone to just, give us a helping hand, we would rise again. But sometimes everyone just turn our back on this, person, and a person who had great future just give up so easily because they see no one to help them. So I said, what happened? I am not going to bite the hands that feed me, and I am not going to forget the goodness of people. So I said, you know what? I started giving him some more animals. He started selling. Every time he called me and said, we have this for him, I said, no, get rid of the first person first. The one that is more angry. We really want them money. Get rid of that person first. So I get rid of that person. And then he started, paying me little by little, like $30,000. $20,000. I'm supposed to get $250,000, but he's giving me like $20,000, $30,000. I'm not pressuring him. I'm just taking it easy and working with him little by little until he paid me $230,000. And he had $20,000 right now for me. And he called me and said, remember me, I have $20,000 for him. I said, no man, forget about that $20,000. Take that as a little just take that as a little blessing. Forget about the $20,000. So I give him that $20,000, and right now he's in no debt. And he's buying animals from some other people right now, because sometimes I don't have animals to sell to him, so you have to purchase from other people as well. But if any day I take up my phone and call him and say, me have animal, him said yes. So he would always be willing to purchase from me. And right now he can, go and do his business without hiding and thinking, oh, that person is coming to see me because I owe him. And one thing, the last conversation I had with that brother, he said to me that you is the reason why we can walk freely on the road right now, because all the people them who me owe, be able to pay them off, right? So him is out of debt, doing his little things same way, trying to take care of his family. There's absolutely no way I could know that this man have 6 children to take care of, in $500,000 worth of debt, and do so much for me back in the days. Even though sometimes he messed up and sometimes he didn't pay on time, and but when I think back, I said no. We cannot just turn my back on this person like that. So he's going to watch his video because he's a supporter of my channel as well, and I know he's going to laugh when he see this video. So I do hope you enjoy this video, Greens family, and don't forget to leave a comment, be a subscriber if you want to join the channel, and be sure to give the video a like. And I say this today because I know there's a lot of people right now who have been helped by a lot of people out there, and when it's your time to give back the favor or to help them back, you tend to forget about what they have done for you. No, don't you ever forget people who help you, and don't forget the people who were there when no one was willing to hold your hand and said, I am going to do business with you, I'm going to uplift you, I'm going to, join hands with you and let this thing work. Don't forget these people.